Okay, so Kimberly's intermediate 8 is a little bit tricky. So there's a couple gotchas here. This is going to be our introduction to drive rush. So normally to do drive rush, you have to be in drive parry, which is going to be holding your medium punch and medium kick. And you should see your character kind of turning blue here. And you press double forward from there, and then you do this drive rush. So the second way of doing drive rush is to cancel from a cancelable normal attack. Not all normal attacks are cancelable, but every character has some normals that are cancelable. So for Kimberly, it's going to be this. One of them is the standing medium kick. So if we like kick Ryu and then press double forward like pretty quickly, we can cancel into drive rush, and then from there we can do this standing heavy kick. One thing about drive rush is that it can link things that normally aren't linkable. Not all things are linkable through drive rush, but there are some things that, if they're not linkable normally, could potentially be linkable through drive rush. And so this is an example of trying to build a combo with drive rush. And so to kind of put things together here, at least the first few lines, we do this medium kick into drive rush, and then we kick Ryu. From here, we do the standing heavy kick, and then if we try to do the standing heavy punch, it's not going to be chainable, and so we can't immediately put in the heavy punch after the heavy kick. So just see that again. You try to punch after that heavy kick, it won't work, it won't come out. So you have to wait until the optimal time. And so what that optimal time ends up looking like is around 30 frames of waiting after you do the heavy kick to then try to do the heavy punch. So here you can see in the input data between the last heavy kick and heavy punch, I waited around 30 frames to do that, and the heavy punch was able to land. And then once we get the heavy punch to land, we're just gonna special cancel into this move that Kimberly has. It's a launcher to knock Ryu into the air, and then again we're gonna try to grab our opponent out of the air. Previously in Intermediate 7, we did this input shortcut to be able to grab our opponent out of the air from the ground without having to jump and then do a quarter circle forward. I found that the shortcut doesn't work in this combo, specifically after doing this launcher. Like, for whatever reason, the inputs just don't line up. Like, you might be like a frame or two off from being able to actually grab Ryu. So we're gonna do a trick to do a third way of doing the spinning pile driver, which is to buffer the jump after we do Kimberly's special, so we can just kind of, as she's kicking, just get our jump in there early. And so we're ready to go. So as soon as that animation for her special finishes, she's gonna jump, and as soon as we start jumping, we're gonna put in that quarter circle forward animation to be able to grab our opponent out of the air. This is what it'll end up looking like. And so we can grab our opponent and finish the combo. So putting everything together should look something like this. There we go. Intermediate 8 complete.